Because remember, people, this is the Triple H-led show, and he normally doesn't let us down. He's above this crappy booking that Vince does. I hate to sound harsh, but this company will be a better place once Vince McMahon is dead.
God.
I hate to say it, but it's true.
Yeah, we're talking everything. NXT Takeover Brooklyn 3.
Part 3.
And this is your preview and prediction show.
Oh, we got 5 epic grudge matches for you here. Well, 4. Maybe.
Right.
So
we go traditional fashion. Most, at least irrelevant to us, to most.
Let's do it. And there's no pre-show. Not this time.
You know what? I'm going to start with a title match.
Why not?
NXT Women's Championship. Asuka defending her title against Ember Moon.
The rematch.
Now, obviously, it's been a while since we've discussed things NXT, as we, for the time being, we're only covering the takeovers shows, but I just don't get Asuka, and I'm just over her now. They just need her to drop the title, call her up to the main roster, and she either flies or she falls.
It's worth a shot. Because, I mean, in the couple of months since our last takeover review, preview, she's defended the title in every single match type against every single person available on the roster.
Yeah. And for me, her character's just confusing.
Is
she meant to be face? Is she meant to be heel? What is she meant to be?
I don't know. See, the thing is, she does this whole thing of, comes out and, like, takes all the adulation. Yeah. But yet they do the promos of her saying, I don't want to go back to NXT. No one's ready for me.
Yeah.
Outside of the building, she's like a heel.
Yeah.
But no, man, I think this is going to be it. I think this is going to be the one.
Yep, she's finally going to lose a match. I mean, this is sort of... I don't want to necessarily blame her, but whether it's maybe a case of, what's been left in the pot for her to face since the call-ups and that, but it's just ridiculous what she's accomplished in these last 6 months. I mean, she's beaten Goldberg's longest winning streak.
No, I don't believe that.
She's beaten CM Punk's longest title reign.
Well, that was bound
in recent history. And it's just like, really? Is this the person to do it?
Well, unfortunately, they writ themselves into a situation where they had no other option to who could take it off her. Yeah. That's why she's held it this long.
Well, as I say, call Asuka up soon, and she either flies or she falls.
But I do think that this is finally going to be the one, because they've done the story right. They had the last match a couple of months ago, where Ember Moon couldn't hit the Eclipse.
Yep.
And so they've built it up to the fact where it's if she hits it, she's going to win the title.
Yeah.
And if I'm talking a prediction, I think that she is going to hit it and she is going to win the title. This is where it ends.
Yep, I'm in agreement with you here. I think now is the time for Asuka to drop the title. As I've said a couple of times already, call her up. She flies or she falls. But plus as well, I'm really hoping after the next following few weeks that they're going to really make an effort to step up the women's division in NXT, because of course, anyone that pays attention, a couple of weeks time, you've got the Mae Young Classic.
Oh yeah, so they'll be bringing in quite a few new women.
Yeah, and plus I think there's one or two familiar names being in this tournament that we've seen here and there in NXT. I believe Tessa Blanchard. Yeah. I think she's in it. One or two others. So yeah, I'm actually quite looking forward to this tournament.
I'll give it a watch.
Yeah, so I think we're both in agreement here. Ember Moon's gonna get the job done.
I would be very surprised if she doesn't. I'm calling it now. She's gonna hit the Eclipse. 1, 2, 3, and the reign will end.
Yeah.
So, On to match number 2.
It's a close one, but I'm going to go purely just for the rush job of this. Otherwise, I would have picked the match we're going to discuss after this one. I'm going to go for Johnny Gargano and Andrade Almas.
Yeah.
This match got created last week.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, Johnny Gargano said he hasn't missed a takeover since he's been with NXT.
And he'll be damned if he's going to miss another one.
So, and then randomly after Almas won his match, the woman, I don't know her name, Vega.
Zelina Vega.
Said, well, we're answering the challenge. That's going to be his opponent. So, there you go.
Yeah, so...
For me, there's only one way this can go.
Yeah, it's a tough one because obviously Almas has been quite a show-off and whatnot, but since he's had Zelina in his corner, she's trying to cut out all the showboating out of his game, and you've got to concentrate on the match and get the job done.
I mean, realistically, it could go either way, I suppose. But for me, I'm backing Johnny. Johnny wrestling.
Yeah, I would love to see Johnny wrestling win, but I've got a feeling in the back of my mind. And we know Tommaso Ciampa has been out injured. They didn't specify his exact injury, how long he'd be out for. So is this potentially a chance for them to bring Tommaso Ciampa back? He cost Johnny the match, and then they start up this potentially unbelievable rivalry. I mean, they were kicking 2 bells out of one another when they were friends. Imagine what they're going to do when they're enemies.
Yeah, that match, if it happens, would steal the show at one of the next takeovers.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
So you're going with Almas? Is that what you reckon? Interference and Almas picks up the win?
Yeah, I'm going with Almas for this one.
Okay.
Dirty victory. So, and then next one, got to go with this one. Close call with the last match. I'm going the NXT Tag Team title match. Authors of Pain versus Sanity.
Yeah, this is a bit of a strange one because it's like, who do you cheer for?
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike Authors of Pain, but they just come across to me as a typical main roster, bruiser tag team. They just come in and destroy the competition. They're not what I'd call your typical NXT tag team. Whether that's why they went for them, because it's going against the grain.
Yeah, I think so.
And Sanity, to be honest, they just bore me. I mean, this is sort of the first thing they've actually sort of like come out and said, this is the plan.
Yeah, this is like the first thing that they've actually been involved in properly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, since they've come on the roster, they feuded with, Ty Dillinger, Roderick Strong.
Yeah. Cassius Ono and No Way Jose.
It's like nothing major, they've just been randomly targeting people.
Yeah.
When you'd have thought the whole plan was they were going to come in and like try and get every belt.
Yeah, that's what you would have thought. You'd have 2 of them going after the tag titles. Maybe have Nikki Cross go for the women's title, but to be honest, that's been a bit of a failure so far. Nothing particularly on Nikki Cross's fault, but yeah. And then I don't know, maybe Eric Young go for the NXT title.
I mean, he has history with Bobby Roode from TNA.
Yeah. Personally, I don't think Sanity's the team to do it with Authors of Pain.
No, I had the similar feeling. They're similar to Asuka. They're building up the Authors of Pain for a certain tag team to take the belts off them.
Yeah.
And I don't think Sanity is the one.
No.
I mean, they could surprise me and spring it. But, no, I'm going with the AOP on this one.
Yeah. We're both in agreement there. Cool. That's right. And then I want to particularly highlight this next match we're going to discuss. I think this is a show stealer for the night. We're talking Aleister Black versus Hideo Itami.
Now, see, I want to go on record and say that Aleister Black is probably my favourite person in NXT at the moment.
Yeah, he's really impressive.
It's just, he keeps busting out show-stealing match after show-stealing match. Go back a couple of weeks and watch his one with Cassius Ohno.
Oof.
They kick the ever-loving hell out of each other.
Yeah. And the best thing is, he's not really done a promo or anything. It's just his in-ring work speaking for itself.
He's just got the look of a guy who can mess you up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just like, this match, why did this match come about? Because Hideo wouldn't leave the ring, went for a cheap shot, and got his ass handed to him.
Yeah.
It's like, just the look of leave the ring.
Yeah, that was a hell of a kick Black hit on him. I just saw it, and then bam, out of nowhere. He's like, oh my god.
It's like he knew he was going to do it.
I had to hold my jaw for a second there. I was like, oh. But, which way do you go on this one?
Well, there's only one way I can go on this one.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like Hideo, but I think they're building such a momentum and hype on Black.
Yeah.
It's got to be him.
He may even be the next challenger for the NXT title.
Yeah.
The way he's building.
Yeah, very possibly.
So this potentially could be match of the night. I mean, they're going to have enough time. They've got a 2-hour show, so every match is going to be given a good amount of time.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going with Black Mass. Hideo, you're out.
Before we move on to the main event, the glorious main event of the evening, I feel we've got to put in a special shout here. Something that's very potentially going to be happening during the show. They've sort of had a bit of a running trend. Oh, look who's in the crowd, you know.
Yeah.
He could be joining the roster very shortly, or he's just recently signed. No official word yet, but I have read the other day on the various social medias, Adam Cole has actually signed a deal with NXT.
Interesting.
And he's apparently been training all this week at the Performance Center. So will we have Adam Cole in attendance?
Will he actually be called Adam Cole? Will they call him Cole Adams?
Going by who they've recently brought in from Ring of Honor, I'd say they'll keep him as Adam Cole, because despite all their moanings about various things, you've had Fish come in. He's a top Ring of Honor guy. They kept him with his name. And then you had Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, yeah.
He's still Kyle O'Reilly. And then, of course, forgetting as well, Nigel McGuinness come over from them.
Well, that's actually his real name, though. So,
yeah.
and then people can't trademark real names.
Yeah. And then although he's, again, I think this is his real name, but again, he's not on television, but he's a guy backstage now. Obviously, they brought in Steve Corino as well. Yeah, I reckon they'll keep it with Adam Cole.
Well, if it's his real name, or he was smart enough to trademark it himself, then yeah, he'll keep it.
Yeah. So that's just a little sneak prediction I reckon's going to happen during the show as well. Now let's talk the main event. And it's going to be glorious.
Oh, what entrance is he going to have this time?
Ooh.
What more can he do?
Yeah, exactly.
Done everything.
Of course, we're talking the NXT Championship. Bobby Roode facing off against Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, and it's got to be said that I was never a big fan of Drew McIntyre in his original run. When he was the chosen one, couldn't stand him. When he was in 3MB, slightly better, but still a waste of space. But since he's gone and he's come back, so much better.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with his work since he's come back into NXT.
It's like he actually gets it now. He looks like a superstar.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know, give him a bit more time. He could easily come onto the main roster and be, I don't know, either a Universe or a WWE Champion contender.
He could be.
Yeah.
I think they've handled him much better this time round.
Yes. Yeah, so what's your predictions for this match?
It's a tough one. I don't think Roode is ready to drop it yet. I think there's going to be some interference. Maybe Roderick Strong will get involved because that thing is still been boiling over. Maybe the interference will distract McIntyre. But no, I'm going for Bobby Roode to keep the title reign going.
Yeah. Me personally, as much as I'd love NXT to stay glorious, I think this may be the time they pull the plug on it.
Ooh.
And Drew gets the job done.
That's a controversial choice.
Yeah, I think maybe it's time to change things up a bit. I mean, it just seemed a little bit too coincidental for me when they had their face-to-face on NXT last week. That Bobby Roode was listing everything he's done in the last year and that and everything. And it just seemed as if he was sort of like reeling off everything. You know, I've come in here, said I was going to do this, I was going to do that, I was going to do this, and I was going to do that, and I've done it all. I just think maybe, you know, he's gonna drop the title to Drew, and then who knows? Maybe he'll get called up to the main roster.
Possibly. I mean, SmackDown could use another heel.
Yeah.
Well, do you agree with the predictions? If you do, leave your predictions in the comment section below. We'll get back to you. We always do.
Yeah.
Like I say, really looking forward to this event.
Yes, it should be great and a great way to start the weekend before we get to SummerSlam.
And of course, it's been advertised that lots of NXT people from the past are going to be in attendance. So we'll have to see what they do.
Maybe some Finn Balor.
Yeah, Finn's going to be there. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens.
And now we're going to have some pretenders.
hopefully Neville. Before we waffle on too much, I think that'll wrap things up.
Yep.
From your hosts, the master of the brain damage,
Martin,
and the one and only Sam H. We'll see you again for the next one. Goodbye and good night.